Well, we seem to have a big plot breakdown for Spider-Man 3, and it could be spoiler-ridden. Let's take a couple minutes to break it down. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a little update on Spider-Man 3. Well, over the last couple of weeks, the Spider-Man news has just been hitting us like a truck. And we've got a lot of new castings, but what's going to happen in this movie is still very, very unclear. Yesterday, we got a very interesting plot leak from Daniel Rickman's Patreon account, so I thought we could take a couple minutes to break that down. But before we dig into that, I wanted to remind everybody, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for your updates. And if you don't leave a comment, you won't be entered in that pretty big 2021 contest we're about to announce. Now, let's break down the plot leak. This plot leak actually comes from Daniel Rickman's Patreon account, so it's not from Marvel, it's not official, and it should be taken with a grain of salt. But it does seem to explain a lot of things and does make a lot of sense. Now, apparently, this will be a multiverse movie, and will take right off from WandaVision, which is going to establish the multiverse in the MCU. Now, apparently, Sam Raimi had a huge role in this movie and was very much the one who went and got all of these other actors to return. I think the primary concern of most fans, though, is Tom Holland's role. And the plot leak seems to make it very clear this absolutely is Tom Holland's movie. We are going to get these other Spider-Men, but we'll get to them more in a second. Now, apparently, most of this movie is going to focus on Tom Holland clearing Peter Parker's name. During the film, the events of WandaVision go down, and Doctor Strange enters the film to kind of inform Peter of what's going on all around him. Peter does eventually team up with the other Spider-Man as rumored, but this does not happen until the third act, close to the finale. He does go on to give some clarification on all of these villains. These are the same actors, they are the same character, but they are absolutely different versions of the character. In an infinite multiverse, you could have the same face, but a different version of the character from various Earths. And that's where these characters are going to be pulled from. Now, quite a few of these guys will have new costumes, with original character elements remaining, but they'll be completely updated. Keeping the same actors, the same character, but a different version actually works for a lot of things in the Marvel Universe. Deadpool, anyone? This is exactly what we were hearing when the rumor was going around that Deadpool was actually going to be in this movie. At the time, that sounded kind of ridiculous, but if it came out today, I would probably pay more attention. Now, whether these characters stay in the MCU after this film or not is still really unclear. But they are absolutely going to establish that these are the current versions of those characters for Spider-Man. Now, what the future of these villains is still kind of up in the air, but it does sound like Sony has all the pieces now for that Sinister Six project they've wanted for so many years. Now again, this isn't confirmed, and it should be taken with a grain of salt. I've seen a couple other plot leaks that actually integrate into this one pretty well that revolve around his relationship with Mary Jane, and I actually think there's no reason both of them aren't true. We'll break down that other plot leak in a day or two, so stay tuned. In any case, once we have more details about Spider-Man 3, or the branching of all these new villains into a multiverse, we'll bring it to you right away. But I am curious on what you guys think. How do you feel about the same actor playing the same character, but from a different reality? I'm not gonna lie, that totally works for me. Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.